This mindset training will be led by our friend, Brian Dalmasso. And if you don't know Brian, you probably don't know Brian yet, but he is Bob Proctor's #1 coach. And he spends so much of his time training thousands and thousands of people all over the world. And what he does is he helps people work on their mindset. And we met Brian a few months ago, and we've had the privilege and honor just within the last couple of weeks to really start working more one-on-one with him. And Sean and I have already noticed such a huge improvement in our mindset. And just like I said a second ago, all areas of life are starting just to feel more peaceful and more clear. And so we wanted to come on and just share this with you guys because we know a lot of people, like I was saying a minute ago, we're stuck. We're stressed. The news, is coming at us. So anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I know Brian's going to give us some amazing information today, and I hope you guys are blessed by that.
Yeah. So I'll just add to that too. So maybe your business is become a little stagnant. Maybe it's slowed down a little bit. Maybe you want to focus on maybe recharging your battery a little bit. Maybe you've been a customer of Young Living for a long time. We all love the products. It's a great company. Maybe you wanted to explore the industry itself. Maybe entertain adding an additional stream of income to what you're already doing daily. So we're excited to have Brian here. He's a great guy. He knows a lot. You're in for a real treat today. So I'd say take good notes, grab your pen. I've got mine here. It's going to be jam-packed with some great information. And, as we know, to be successful in anything, any area of your life, not just business, about 95% of that comes down to mindset. And so Brian is a master at teaching mindset, teaching you tools, teaching you daily methods of operation to help you in your business and, like we said, in other areas of your life. So Brian, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to you and let you get started. And we appreciate you doing this for our team.
Hey guys, no, I'm happy to do it. I'm blessed and grateful to be here. It's been an absolute honor and a pleasure to work with you guys. So anytime I can reach out and help in this industry, particularly, I love to do what we can. So again, very blessed and grateful to be here. And guys, for those of you that are watching, it's going to be like drinking from a fire hose, so take some notes, but this is also recorded. So if you want to get this out to your teams, we're going to bundle it up to you. It's going to be really good training in network marketing mindset and also methods of operation. So with that being said, we'll get started. And Sean was taking my thunder a little bit about the mindset. But I want you guys to realize the company you're in is a global giant. It's one of the most successful, profitable network marketing companies there is. You're in a vehicle that's very well established, has a very good history, an amazing credibility, in the products and what they do. So you don't have to wonder if you're in the right vehicle. We just have to wonder if you're driving the vehicle. And that's what we're going to help you do here today. And that's my sincere wish and hope is that you take some notes and just take a look at what we're offering for the mindset and for the methods of operation, because we teach this stuff all over the world. And there's only a few things you need to do to really blow up in the network marketing industry. But like Sean said, 95% of wealth building is mindset. It's mindset, right? Only 5% what you do, but 95% mindset. And if you're familiar with the New York Stock Exchange and you see stock traders on the trading floor, you can be a stock trader like these people here, or you can be a stock trader like Warren Buffett. He trades companies, right? So same industry, same vertical, different mindset, right? So I want you to think about mindset. Some of you might be in the real estate industry, right? You might be a realtor. You can be in real estate, or you can be in real estate like Grant Cardone, right? Love him or hate him. He's over $1 billion in net worth and assets inside of real estate. So same industry, different mindset. And most of you guys, if you're looking at this, you're either in network marketing or you're entertaining it. And you can be one of the 150 million network marketers globally. You can be in network marketing. Or you can be like my friend Alex Morton here. He's 29 years old, coming up, I believe, on $2 million a month in earnings inside of the same industry that you're in, right? So it's mindset, 95% mindset. That's what I really want to drive home here. It has less to do with what you're doing than it does how you think about it and what you believe is possible. And we're going to give you guys some facts and figures and some things that are going to really expand your thinking about the industry that you're in and also how to drive the vehicle, right? So network marketing, the industry, most people are completely ignorant about network marketing. And that's why you get some people saying some silly things to you when you approach them. Is this a pyramid scheme? Well, I don't know if you guys remember the Enron company folding, one of the biggest corporations in the world. So that's not a network marketing thing. That's a business thing, right? But the industry of network marketing, it's over $200 billion a year industry, right? It's bigger than Amazon. There's more millionaire network marketers than there are millionaire realtors. So it's an industry thing. There's a lot of ignorance in the industry about the professional side of what network marketing is. And what we're going to talk to you guys about is the professional side of network marketing. Because a professional network marketer can out-earn a professional brain surgeon. And that's not a cute statement, that's a fact. A professional brain surgeon might get to $500,000 a year, maybe $1 million, but a professional network marketer can get to 6 or 7 figures a month. But there's just so few professional network marketers, right? So what you guys have is a recession-proof home-based business. There's over 60 million people that just got laid off in America alone. These people are now looking for home-based businesses. So some of the people that 8 months ago might not have taken a look at your business, you're going to want to be reaching back out to them in a calm, confident, professional manner and just say, listen, I have something I want to show you. It may be a fit, may not, but it's home-based, and it's something that we're doing to make ends meet and to build our own economy so we're not under the, under the constraints of environmental stimuluses like COVID. So think about that. Now, for me, guys, the network marketing industry, the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because of my journey. I was an engineer for the first half of my life. I worked with a General Electric company for about 10 years in the nuclear steam turbine division for submarines and power generation. We did some solar engineering, and then I shifted into architecture construction. And I have this company here still, BMK Associates, but it wasn't until I jumped into network marketing that I started to understand entrepreneurship and leverage and scaling. And because I pursued network marketing very intensely, it led me to my mentor, Bob Proctor. And that little journey there helped me to grow my construction company from $1 million to $10 million in 12 months. So the industry of network marketing and the teaching, coaching, training, mindset development that we do helped me to scale my core business by 10x, right? But before Grant Cardone was saying 10x, we 10x'd our company, right? And then from there, we went on to build a software company, a gaming company, clothing company. I do consulting with Bob Proctor all over the world, and we're the #2 earner in our network marketing company. And I don't say any of this to impress you. I promise you, there's nothing special about me. It's mindset, mindset, mindset. And I wouldn't have had any of this journey without the industry of network marketing. So make sure that you understand the industry that you're in and that you're loud and proud about it. Because in the industry, this is where you learn things like public speaking, right? We get paid to learn. And most global thought leaders actually recommend network marketing to build that initial wealth, right? If you talk to a Richard Branson, a Tony Robbins, a Robert Kiyosaki, I'm talking people that are multi-hundred millionaires and billionaires, they all recommend network marketing because of the scaling, the leverage. There's no risk, there's no inventory, there's no overhead. You can have a global business overnight for like a $200 or $300 startup, right? Now, when you talk to people that maybe are earning a couple of $100,000 a year, like an engineer or a doctor or a dentist or something, they may say, oh, what is this? Is that a cute home-based business? But they're advertising their ignorance in the industry, and it's not their fault, it's their programming. But I want you guys to understand from this webinar forward, the industry that you're in and the powerhouse of tools that you hold, and have a confidence when you're reaching out to people. Say, listen, I want to be clear. I don't need you to do this. I'm showing you this because you're in real estate. I'm showing this because you have a daycare. I want to show you how to build your own economy. So the next time something like COVID happens, you're not getting caught with your pants down. You're going to have some options, right? So network marketing is where you learn leadership, public speaking, teaching, coaching, training. And we learn this for free. And matter of fact, you actually get paid a little bit. Think about when I went to school for engineering, I didn't get paid for those 4 years. I paid to learn. Well, in network marketing, my first 4 years, I learned all of this stuff, right? Teaching, coaching, training, public speaking. It led me on every single journey I now currently have, and all the businesses I have is a direct result of pursuing network marketing. So I can't say enough about the industry. Hopefully you guys are feeling the passion and understanding the industry that you're in. But the fact of the matter is that 96% of the world's wealth is earned by 1% of the population. want you to really think about this. 96% of the world's wealth is earned by 1% of the population. And why is this? Why is this statistic? Well, guys, the reality is we're simply not taught how to build wealth in schools. And it's not the school system's fault. I'm not here to beat up on the school systems, but the fact of the matter is we're not taught decision-making. We're not taught self-image. We're certainly not taught wealth building. I mean, they should be teaching network marketing in high school. They should be teaching real estate in high school. I can work with a 16-year-old kid, and by the time they're 18, they can have a few bucks saved up and go get their first 3 family, live in one floor, rent out the other 2, and be in a cash positive situation with equity, never having stepped foot in a college. And by the time 4 years goes by, they can be a multimillionaire in real estate. And again, I'm not here to beat up on schools or schooling. They just don't teach you how to build wealth. They don't teach you how to think either. They teach you memory, a little bit of math, a little English, a little history, a little science. They teach you how to be a school teacher. And it's good for networking, and it's good for some basic information, but there is zero wealth building taught in schools. Well, in network marketing, what do we teach? Right? We don't just teach network marketing. We teach how to take the money from network marketing and leverage it, maybe into real estate, maybe into a Shopify store, maybe into investments. So we actually teach wealth building. And paradigms are something that are not taught in schools. I'm going to focus a little bit here on that. When you understand what a paradigm is, you're going to have the keys to the kingdom. So the paradigm is just a fancy word that we use to describe a set of mental programs that have almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior. I'm going to say that in a few different ways. A paradigm is a set of mental programs that are stored in your subconscious mind from birth that are controlling all of your results. So your income is a reflection of the mental programs you have. Your body is a reflection of the mental programs you have. I'll give you a really good example. Whatever your native language is, you never chose to speak that, right? When you were born, your subconscious mind is wide open to impression. Whatever language is being spoken goes right in your subconscious mind, and it gets stored as a program called speaking, or the English language or the Spanish language, right? And more than likely, you don't have the program called wealth building, right? Unless you grew up with Warren Buffett as your father or Richard Branson, your parents probably didn't know anything about wealth building, and you grew up in that environment not knowing anything about wealth building. And that's not your fault. It's not your parents' fault either. It's generational ignorance on wealth building. Right, so I want you to think about a paradigm as like an operating system in a computer. That's really what it is. Your subconscious mind is a data storage center. In it stores programs like speaking and walking and eating. Some people store a program called smoking. Other people store a program, called obesity. And then some people store programs called wealth building, but they're just programs. So think about your subconscious mind like an operating system in a computer, and there's no right or wrong or big or small. We all just have programs that are stored. Now, what we teach people is to identify those programs, and if you want to learn how to build wealth, we can learn those programs, and that's what we do in the Mindset Masters. We teach the wealth mindset. Right? But think about this. When you were born, you didn't know how to walk. There was trial and error. You had mentors called parents, and then eventually you learned and stored a program called walking. Well, smoking is no different. If anybody here smokes, it's not a physical habit. It's a mental program expressed physically. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. I want to make sure that I'm not losing anybody here with paradigms. Right? There's these programs from birth, and you didn't choose them. Your parents did, the school systems did, and again, there's no fault. And even smoking is just a paradigm, right? Well, wealth building is a program. Now, I want you to really hear this one. Smoking and wealth building are programs. The subconscious mind wouldn't know the difference. When Warren Buffett wakes up in the morning, he just builds wealth. Well, when some people wake up in the morning, they smoke. Other people, they run, they exercise. Other people go to work. Those are all programs that we're accessing. What network marketing does, and more specifically, Young Living, what you guys do at this company, is you teach people how to build wealth. That's what network marketing is. It's a revenue stream. It has leverage. It has M3 income. You want to become so bulletproof with this that nobody can take you off your game. Now, if they don't understand it, that's their problem. I want to have you guys stop having a problem with explaining network marketing. It is a wealth generating leveraged vehicle that a lot of people use, especially in the early days, to build wealth and to capitalize and move forward. So again, building the Young Living business, there's certain things you need to do in certain ways, and you need to create these programs called building a network marketing company. And that's what we're going to show you how to do here today. All right, guys, I want to talk a little bit about levels of awareness, because this is what I want you to understand. There's nobody earning $50,000 a year because that's what they want to earn. People are earning $50,000 a year because that's what they're aware of how to earn. I want you to think about that for a second. Think about your own life, and most of you probably still have jobs, and then you're working Young Living. But you see people that are earning 7 figures in Young Living, and they started the same exact place you did. 0 distributors, 0 customers, different mindset probably though, right? And think about that. Whatever you're earning, 50,000, 100,000 a year, whatever it is, nobody earns 100,000 a year because that's what they want. They earn that because that's what they're aware of, right? So if you're at 50K and you want to get to 250K, you have to introduce new programs and become more aware. What I want to say to you about awareness is the way to get to 250K, $500,000 or $1 million, it's already here. The money's here, the vehicle's here, the people are here. And you're already driving the vehicle called Young Living. It's only your awareness and then application of principles that needs to change. There's no question mark if this works. If it can work for one person, it can work for all people. Does that make sense? So even 5 million, right? There's no such thing as big or small. That's just a level of awareness. I'm teaching a young kid right now how to get to 5 million a month through multiple revenue streams, and he's only like 28 years old. And that's not a big deal or a small deal. It's just what he wants. But this is how you raise your level of awareness. You study in your mind, you study in your industry of network marketing, and you take daily measurable action. 3 things. If you do these 3 things and surrender to the process, over time, this is what happens. You start to have some successes, your team starts to grow, you start to raise your level of awareness. Every time you make a rank advance, that's actually another level of awareness, by the way. You probably don't think about it like that, but when you make a rank advance, you're more aware. You know more about this industry and how to build it than you did from day one. And it's all just levels of awareness. And the way to connect the dots is to keep doing the things repetitively. That's where most people fail in network marketing. They stop studying the industry, they stop taking action, and they stop doing the daily necessary things that we do. But I promise you, it's a mathematical fact that you can rank out at the top ranks of the company if you do certain things in a certain way. I mean, I teach a 5-hour-a-week business model, and I'm the number 2 person in our network marketing company. And I don't say that to impress you. I say it to impress upon you. 6 years ago, I knew nothing of the industry. But I did certain things in a certain way, and I applied them in a certain way. We're going to show you exactly how to do that here. Now, here's the deal, guys. When you set a goal of whatever it is, and you hit the goal, you're going to realize, boy, I could have set the goal here, couldn't I? Guys, there's no such thing as big or small. The world itself, the earth, is not big or small until you compare it to a golf ball or the universe. Let that one sink in a little bit. Jeff Bezos increased his wealth by $98 billion during COVID. Right? He went from just over 100 billion to almost 200 billion in 5 months during COVID. When I say there's no such thing as big or small, getting to $100,000 a month in network marketing is actually not all that difficult. It's just most of you are not studying the right things and taking daily, measurable, consistent action. And that's what we're going to work on here together. So guys, I want you to play along with me in the chat. We'll see who's up on this Saturday morning. Take a look at this picture and let me know, what do you think this is? What does this represent to you guys? Go ahead and type in the chat. What does this represent to you guys? What do you think this looks like? New beginnings. Absolutely. A lot of times people say it's a baby, innocence, blank slate, right? No, this is you. If you're watching this, this is you at your current level of awareness and your current income. Guess what? This is me too. This is me at my level of awareness, right? I just told you Jeff Bezos increased his net worth by 98 billion. My goal is only 21 billion. It's a smaller goal, right? So, but I'm not there yet. So this is me, right? But you got to look at the picture here and look at a brand new baby is just wide open and accepting. There's no judgment. And if you look at this picture here, when you were born and when you were 2, 3, 4 months old, I want you to understand something. You did something that was impossible, right? When you were born, you were not able to put your clothes on. Your parents could have put the clothes beside you and you would have looked at them and maybe drooled on them, but you were not going to put those clothes on. You were not aware of how to even move your arms and legs yet. So at some point, everybody here, unless you're watching this webinar naked, which I don't think you are, you learned how to do something impossible, didn't you? And you raised your level of awareness through the spaced repetition of application of trial and error. Well, that's what you need to do in network marketing, right? Now take a look at this picture here, guys. What do you think this looks like? I love this picture. What does this represent to you guys? There's a lot going on in this picture here. I mean, obviously the baby's making a mess. What does this look like to you guys? A lot of people say trial and error, a mess but learning. I like that. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, this baby is not succeeding at the task, is it? I mean, the food is everywhere but in the mouth. But take a look at the expression. Like, this baby's having fun, right? Well, this is still you. This is still you in your business or a brand new distributor 6 months in, you know, trying things, maybe succeeding, maybe not. But the difference is this baby's having fun and most of you are not. And this is what I want to highlight. You got to enjoy the journey. You got to enjoy all of it. If you're in network marketing, you're reaching out to people and you're not enthusiastic and you're not having fun, nobody's buying what you're selling because you're in a low vibration and it doesn't feel good to be around you, right? You got to remember to get back to basics and have fun with the learning part, right? And the last thing I'll say to you guys here with this slide is it's not your fault. Wherever you are right now, your income, your physical fitness, your relationships, none of that is your fault unless you've been studying what we're teaching here, because you're born into an environment and you're put into schools and you go down this path and you get lulled to sleep by your job and you're not introduced to what's possible. So none of this is your fault, but from here going forward, you're gonna have the tools to start making some decisions, including with this chart right here, right? So when we're born, guys, we're born in ignorance. We're born in ignorance. It's not your fault. It's not the parents' fault or the school systems. But we're taught to look at our results. We look at the report card. Oh, little Johnny's a C student. Well, Johnny's not a C student. That's just what he was thinking 3 months ago. And he's probably bored silly because a little math, little English, little history. I mean, nobody's really interested in that in grade school. So we're forced to do these things that we have no interest in, and then we're graded on it. So, but we're taught to look at our results and we start to internalize that, ooh, I'm a C student. That doesn't feel good. So we're looking at our results to cause our thinking. A lot of you are looking at your current bank accounts, your current house, your current everything, and that causes your thinking. And then the thinking sets up vibrations. It causes your feelings for the day. And unless you're crushing it on all levels, you might have some feelings that are not too good about your bank account or your young living business, right? You're looking at your results to cause your thinking, and it sets up vibration. So the word feeling means vibration. If you tell me you're feeling sad, what you're saying is I'm consciously aware that I'm in a low vibration. And if you tell me you feel excited, you're saying I'm consciously aware that I'm in a high vibration, right? So feelings and vibrations set up actions in the body, or a lack of action in most of you, right? This is what happens to a new distributor when they try a few things and they don't work and they get all emotional about it instead of just doing the damn work. So I want to disconnect you guys from the results. That's what you really need to do. Now, what the 1% thinkers do, right? The 1% of income earners, what we do is I start every morning with new thinking. My new thinking is $10 million a month for multiple revenue streams on a recurring residual basis and profit. And that's just a short-term goal. And again, there's no such thing as big or small. If I was in a room with Jeff Bezos and I told him my goal, he would say, well, that's kind of cute. You know, I do that he probably does that in a few hours. So not a big deal, right? And I don't want to make my goals your goals, but what I want to tell you is most of you are setting goals based on what you think you can do instead of what's possible. So we start with the new thinking every morning, and the new thinking causes new feelings, and new feelings set up new actions, and it causes the body to move in a different way. You have excitement, you're reaching out to more people, your tonalities are up, your vibrations up, and more people like the feeling of being around you, and they're going to buy what you're selling. That's what sales is. It's learning how to get yourself in a high vibration all the time, and more people are going to want to be around you. So you might want to take a screenshot of this, or maybe we can get it out to you guys in a PDF. This is how the 1% thinks. This is not how you're taught to think in school, though. All right. Now, if you look at this, This is a cute little circle with a few colors and some words. I could teach this to a 5-year-old. Matter of fact, our children are already doing this. It's adults in the school systems that strip away the thinking and say, sit down, look forward, get your diploma, go to college. We teach them to stop dreaming and stop thinking. And again, that's not your fault. It's just the way it is in society. All right, guys, we have something here, and this is called the mind map. And again, this is going to give you some big aha moments on how this whole thing works. You have a conscious mind, a subconscious mind, and a body. This is you. This is your downline. This is your kids, your coworkers. And we're born, again, in ignorance. And we're taught to have worry and doubt. What if I can't pay the bills? What if I don't get the job? What if this doesn't work? What if that doesn't work? What if I get COVID? See, I cannot catch COVID, guys, because I am not a vibrational match for it. It's impossible for me, physically impossible, because I am in a high vibration and COVID is in a low vibration. And this is physics. It operates around 5 megahertz. So it's impossible to attract a disease unless you're on the same frequency of the disease. But this is what people are doing right now. They're worrying and doubting, and they're lowering their vibration, and then they actually cause the thing to happen that they're worrying about. And I'm going to show you how this works. So worry and doubt in the conscious mind creates fear in the subconscious mind. All of your emotions exist in the subconscious mind. Emotion is energy in motion. That's what an emotion is. And fear is a low vibrating emotion. Now, fear in the subconscious mind has to suppress to and through your body as the physical form of anxiety. So type a 1 in the chat if you've ever had anxiety, because this is why you have it. Now, anxiety is actually a choice based on ignorance. And I don't mean that in a judgmental way. I just want you guys to be aware that if you have anxiety, you can choose to lose anxiety. You can't get to anxiety unless you have worry and doubt in the conscious mind. All right? Not anymore. I love that, Jen. We've only been working together a couple of weeks. So anxiety has to suppress to and through the body. And this is why people procrastinate. This is why people procrastinate in network marketing. They get all excited. They sign their business. The next day they go to reach out to somebody. So, ooh, like I started in engineering. I mean, that industry is, they have a lot of opinions about network marketing. But again, I could take an 18-year-old professional network marketer and they're dwarfing the income of a 60-year-old engineer. Again, you just got to compare profession against profession. Now, most people in network marketing are not studying, not learning. They get introduced in a way that their sponsors are not responsible. And they're just in network marketing. They're not in the industry of network marketing, right? But procrastination comes from this. They start to worry and doubt. What are my parents going to think? What are my brothers going to think? What are my colleagues going to think? That's one of the things that Sean had. He was in the corporate world like I was. What are my peers going to think? Well, guess what? Your peers are not thinking. They're just in an invisible prison called corporate America. All right, but this is what leads to procrastination, which is a body not in motion. And procrastination leads to depression. See, you're born a creator. We're born in the image of God. What does that mean? We have a consciousness, God consciousness. We are born creators. We're born to create, right? Well, it's depressing not to create. And it's also depressing to go to a job that you hate for 40 years, right? Now, in network marketing, you can give somebody the gift of life. They can have this little business. And Young Living is a beautiful example. Your products are world-class. There's no question mark on your products, guys. So stop questioning the business model. You only need to figure out if you're going to be a professional, do certain things in a certain way. But it's depressing not to create, and that leads to dis-ease. So you cannot get to dis-ease without worry and doubt. You guys see how this works? This is a mind map. And it doesn't matter if it's network marketing or your body or relationships or anything, spirituality. This is the deal. This is a transmutation of energy from the no thing of the thought to the something or the physical expression. That makes sense? So from here moving forward, I want everybody to be on this side of the deal. Knowledge, study, understanding, positive thinking. People just say, oh, what do you got to just think positive? Yes, that's exactly what you need to do. And it's not unicorns and rainbows. You can either be thinking positive or be thinking negative. Now, if you think positive, you're going to get positive physical results. If you think negative, you're going to get negative physical results. That's just straight physics. That's not opinion. And you can look at this chart and understand why. Negative thought energy creates negative things. If you're fearing something, you're causing it to happen. But this is what happens. Study and understanding leads to faith. And I'm not talking about religious faith, although it's the same thing. Faith is an emotion. It's a frequency, it's a vibration, it's a place. Faith is the presence or the attitude of mind that you need to hold between the first day when you sign up in Young Living to the day that you earn 6 figures a month in Young Living, right? But if you sign up one day and you question if it's going to work, it's not going to work. If you have worry and doubt and anxiety, it's not going to work, and it's a choice. So what you need to do is get on the side of faith, which is understanding if one person can get to 6 figures a month, all people can get to 6 figures a month. It's just that the one person that gets to 6 figures a month is not worrying and wondering if it's going to happen. All of their energy goes into prospecting, recruiting, teaching, coaching, training, and they just focus in that direction. But you can see here that faith leads to acceleration, well-being, action. This is a body in motion, right? I promise you, if you do certain things in a certain way, you're going to rank right up to the top of your company. And I also promise you that this webinar is going to show you how to do this. And if you play this every single Saturday for the next 52 weeks to yourself, you will rank up in your company, no questions asked. So guys, I want you to look at this picture here and play along with me. What does this look like to you guys? What does this picture look like or represent to you guys? I mean, I have a lot of people say, looks like chaos, maybe overwhelmed. What does this look like to you guys? Some people say stress, overthinking. Yeah, definitely overthinking. Right? This is what fear looks like. I always love to put pictures. That's why I do slide decks. I like to put pictures to words. This is what fear looks like. If you have any doubts about Young Living or yourself, this is what it looks like, right? If you're worrying about your bills and debt, you're actually going to get more bills and debt. We become what we think. That's not just a cute phrase. All science and all theology, they disagree on almost everything, but the one thing they agree on is we become what we think. So if you have worry in your mind, it's like praying for what you don't want. Now, this is how most of you are prospecting, by the way. I'm going to work my Young Living business today, and you're just in a frustrated state, and nobody signed up last week or the week after, and COVID hit, and right? And then you reach out to somebody, and you're wondering why they're not signing up in your company. You're putting out negative thought energy, and this is what it looks like. It doesn't feel good to be on the phone with you. It doesn't feel good to be on the Zoom with you. You're transferring a negative emotion, right? Now take a look at this picture. And I don't know if you guys know Alex. You probably know Grant. Alex is 29 years old. He's coming up on $2 million a month. And he's been in network marketing since he was 19 years old. And he trains one-on-one with Bob Proctor like I do. This is why I like to use Alex, because he's in the mindset that we teach. Now, what does this look like to you guys? What does this picture look like to you guys? And you don't have to know either one of these guys to look at the picture, right? I mean, a lot of people say success. Some people say freedom. Yeah, definitely freedom, right? Might be cool to own your own jet. I'm going to do that at some point. Definitely freedom. Happiness. Sure. Guys, this is what faith looks like. And I want this to sink in. Confidence for sure. Confidence is a state of mind, by the way. But this is what faith looks like. These guys, they don't wonder if they're going to be successful every morning. They don't wonder if their business model is going to work every morning. They only focus all their energy towards creating what they want. Now, guys, think about this. Why would you start any company and then wake up the next day and wonder if it's going to work or worry about it working? Why would you do anything other except put all your energy towards making it work? And up until now, you've never probably questioned it, but that makes pretty good sense, doesn't it? If you're going to reach out and prospect today, like I am after this meeting, I'm going to reach out to 100 people after this meeting, by the way. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and it's only going to take me about an hour, and I'm not going to feel one way or another about it. I'm just going to ask people, hey, I see you're in real estate. Listen, we don't know each other, but I have something that might be able to help your business. And I'm going to go next. And I'm just not going to feel one way or another about it. But this is what faith looks like. I know if I do certain things in a certain way, I will break 7 figures a month in my network marketing company. And I'm not saying you want to do that. You might want to get to 1,000 a month or 5,000 a month. Whatever you want, I promise you're in the vehicle that can do it. You just got to do certain things in a certain way. All right, guys, so I'm going to move into the mechanics here. That was a little bit of mindset training. Hopefully that was valuable. Type a 1 in the chat if that resonated a little bit about understanding the mind map in your mind. And you're going to get the recording for this too. You're going to want to play that over and over and over again to really let this stuff sink in. But I want to go into a little bit of method of operation too. In network marketing, there's only a few things you need to do. Study for your mind, study in your industry of Young Living, and take daily measurable action. All right, guys, so I want to talk about taken some steps. And we have something called the Mindset Masters. If anybody here wants to understand the mindset, we can get you a link to that. And we do daily live coaching in mindset. Jennifer and Sean can hook you up. So studying in your mind, you could study Think and Grow Rich. I have that book right here on my desk. There's a lot of different things you can study in mindset, but you want to keep understanding what makes people move, right? What makes people tick. And then you got to take daily measurable action. All right. So daily measurable action is reaching out to people. That's all it is. How many people did you ask? Are you open to taking a look in your business? How many people did you ask today? Are you open to taking a look at my business? If not, no big deal. I want you guys to think about that. How many people today did you ask, are you open to taking a look at a business? How many people this week did you ask? Because part-time in network marketing, I teach people to reach out to 30 people a day. If you're full-time, it's 100 people a day. And it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. And you're only concerned with your part of the deal, and you surrender to the process. So by surrendering to the process, here's what most people do. A lot of you might be addicted to results. Oh, I didn't sign anybody in my business this week. Well, I don't really care about that. I only care how many people did you reach out to. I reached out to 4 people. Well, that's horrible. You know, if you're a roofer and you're roofing a house and you install 4 shingles in a week, like, you're not getting paid. You're getting kicked off the job. So some of you just aren't doing the work that's required in network marketing. In network marketing, the only thing that we do, our work, is asking people, are you open to taking a look at my business model? If not, no big deal. I don't care if you sign people. I care if you ask people. Does that make sense? You want to connect to the process instead of being connected to the results. And then you want to have a weekly method of operation, right? Young Living has meetings. You have Zoom meetings. You want to be plugged in. If you're not attending a meeting every week, if you're not attending the trainings, then you're not working the business model. You're not in the business model. And you cannot blame the business model for not working, because it's you that's not working. So you don't want to be a pretender in network marketing. You have to show up for the trainings every week. And I mean every week, forever. It's an hour here and there, guys. Now that can lead you to a very healthy income. It can lead you to being able to quit your job. But if you're not showing up, your team's not going to show up. That's a double binding message. You're telling people to do something, but you're not doing it yourself. So if you haven't been plugging in, don't beat yourself up, but start today. Plug into the Young Living trainings. Plug into the system. Be a part of the system, right? Show up for the trainings. Be in the chats. Bring the energy. Bring the fire. Bring people. Be a part of the system, right? So you have to have a weekly method of operation. Now, we do something that I taught Jennifer and Sean that you guys can do in Young Living. We have weekly prospecting Zoom meetings. We did ours at 10 o'clock this morning. We had, I think, about 60 people on there, and we all reached out to 30 people. So in my business, in 1 hour, about 2,000 invites went out. And you guys can do that too. You can have a weekly prospecting meeting. It's just a Zoom where you come together and you help each other reach out to people. You hold each other accountable, and you set some goals. So a weekly prospecting meeting is a pretty cool thing to do too. And I'm happy to train with you guys on that. And then promotions and follow-up, right? You need to have weekly methods of operation. Now, guys, I'm going to give you some paradigm shifting tools that are going to help you inside of Young Living and also help you inside of your core businesses and your life in general. This is how you rewire the operating system, right? If you want to be a 6-figure a month earner, then you have to have the programs called 6-figure a month earner. And I think we demonstrated that here. So goal cards, vision boards, and life scripts. These 3 things will absolutely change your life. All right, guys? And let's start with a goal card. When I told you that 96% of the wealth is earned by 1% of the population, here's another statistic. Only 1% of the population has a written goal card. Think about that. Let that sink in. If you don't have a goal written on a card that you carry with you, then you're part of the 99%. If you have a goal written on a card that you carry with you, now you're part of the 1% thinking. So if you don't have a goal card, I would do that today. It's just a written statement. It's a short paragraph with a clear goal, right? You carry it in your pocket of your purse. You might even have a couple of these. You read it in the morning 10 times out loud, and you read it at night 10 times out loud. Now, most of you watching this are not going to do this. And most of you watching this are probably not going to hit the top ranks in your company either. But if you do this thing, you will move towards the top ranks in your company. This is the principle of autosuggestion taught in the book Think and Grow Rich. What you're doing is brainwashing yourself. You're building a new program in your subconscious mind, right? And yours might sound like, I'm so happy and grateful now that by January 1st, 2021, I have reached the rank of blank in a calm, confident manner. And you brainwash yourself into that. Now, you can't read that goal card in the morning and then not take action. It's going to remind you to take action. You guys see how that works? So step into the 1%. You can do this today. You don't have to wait until tomorrow or next week. You can have the best month today, right? You can sign 5 people today if you want to. And again, we got to go back to the mind map. You got to get the goal from the conscious mind into the subconscious mind. And this is what we help people do in Mindset Masters. We teach you how to do this stuff because the subconscious mind is driving the ship. It's driving the body, sets up a vibration. This is what it looks like when you're reaching out to 50 people. The body is moving and texting and calling, right? Now, this is going to cause your results. You guys see how this works? This is the mind map. So it starts with an idea, and we repeat the idea until it goes into the subconscious mind, causes the body to get the results. All right, guys? So let's talk about vision boards. Vision boards. A lot of people think vision boards are cute or like unicorns and rainbows or, oh, you got a vision board. They don't understand the physics behind it. There's physics behind this, right? Now, the vision board is a result of the goal achieved, right? So the goal card is a dollar amount or a rank by a certain date, and it's meant for your subconscious mind. That's one piece of the puzzle. A vision board is, what are you doing with it all? When you get to 6 figures a month, what does that look like? These are the houses and the cars and the vacations and the whatever it is you guys want is what it is, you know. I have something called a vision book. I have it right here on my desk, right? And here is a vision of my software company selling for $21 billion. And our software is very similar but different to WhatsApp. And WhatsApp sold for $19 billion. So why couldn't mine, right? Here is something I have with me and my daughter. Number one income earners in our company with just a part-time thing. And we're the number 2 earner. So we're moving closely towards that. So a vision board or a vision book is just you taking some time to paint some pictures. But a picture's worth 1,000 words. And what I want to say with that, it reinforces the goal to the subconscious mind, right? Now, guys, we think in pictures. We think in pictures. And I want you to just kind of neutralize your mind here for a second. If you go back to the Stone Age and the caveman days and the first primitive beings, we can find hieroglyphics and writings and drawings on walls. And we found drawings of like hunts, like big hunts, animals with bows and arrows and spears. What I want you to understand is these early primitive people, they didn't go out and hunt and then come into the cave and draw something they just did. They were drawing on the cave walls something that they wanted to call into existence from the infinite. This is the early stages of prayer, putting energy out, saying we're starving, we need animals. And what that did is it sets up a vibration. And if you understand vibration, it actually attracts the animals to come because everything is by vibration and law. So think about that. We think in pictures. That's why you want to have a vision board. So here's one of my vision boards. And what you'll see is this little lake house right here. It's a couple of $1 million lake house. Here it is from Google Earth. 2 years ago, you can see 2018. 2 years ago, this house was on my vision board. Well, now I am broadcasting to you from this lake house. Now, this lake house was not for sale. It was never for sale, but it was on my vision board, and now I'm sitting in it, right? And I didn't have the money back then for it either, but the money came because I have the vision. So this is a 4-foot by 8-foot vision board, and I had 3 of them. Well, now that I'm in the lake house, the funny thing is I can't fit the vision boards, right? You can see here I have mostly windows, and there's looking outside the lake house. So that's what caused me to create the vision book, which I actually love the vision book. It's so powerful. So guys, I'm not just making this stuff up. I'm not telling you to do something that I don't do myself. My background is mechanical engineering. This is physics, and this is how you tap into the infinite. All right, guys, so get a vision board. And I always say small vision board, small visions. All right, guys, so type a 1 in the chat if this is resonating. I want to make sure you guys are getting some value out of this. And we're going to chat about the life script. All right, guys? So the life script is the next level in this stuff. This is This is you speaking to yourself on a recorder about all of the wishes fulfilled. And again, most people probably won't do this. I know Sean and Jen are doing this, and you guys are going to either join them or watch them go to the top. And I'm not just talking about young living, I'm talking everything, right? What we do here is not a matter of opinion, it's a matter of science and physics. So the state of mind must be of the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is the written and spoken story of your life as if it's already happened. What you're doing is brainwashing yourself to move your body into action. So in the morning when I wake up at 4 a.m., I put my earbuds in and I listen to my life script. And then I drive to the gym for 5 o'clock and I exercise on a bike and I'm still listening to my life script. I'm actually meditating, but my body's exercising and I'm brainwashing myself towards $21 billion. And that might sound a little crazy, but you're all brainwashed anyway from society. When you're born, from day one, second one, you're brainwashed, right? So brainwashing is not a bad thing, especially when you learn how to do it for yourself. But what we're doing here is called the actor's technique. It's the actor's technique. An actor, a very good actor, will read a script, won't they? And if you guys like Will Smith or Robin Williams, Kevin Spacey, this is Heath Ledger here. Heath Ledger, when he played the part of the Joker, he got so involved in the script that he became the Joker. He wasn't acting anymore. And it was so depressing that he couldn't pull himself out of it, and he ended up overdosing on pills and committing suicide. So think about this. If actors use a script to become, then you can use a script to become. And that's what we're doing. So again, my sincere wish is that you take this seriously and don't just watch this or hear this. I want you to create a life script. It's just a written and spoken story of the wish fulfilled. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning 6 figures a month through multiple revenue streams. I have my house in Hawaii. We're going on these vacations. It feels like this. My family's doing that. I'm able to do this. I was able to quit my job, right? It's just the written and spoken story. There's no, you don't have to perfect it. But when you listen to that in the morning, it's going to set you guys up to win. All right, guys? I want you to play along with me here too. We're coming to the end of our little seminar. Hopefully you're getting some value out of this. In all of recorded history, all of the tribes throughout recorded history, there was only one tribe in the history of the world that when they did a rain dance, every time it rained. I want you to think about this. All through recorded history, all different civilizations, there was really no rhyme or reason. Sometimes it would rain, sometimes it wouldn't. But this one tribe, for some reason, every time they did a rain dance, it rained. So I want you guys to type in the chat, why do you think that this one tribe, every time they did a rain dance, it rained? Why do you guys think that was? I have a lot of people say belief. A lot of people say persistence. Why do you guys think that this one tribe, every time they did a rain dance, vibration, they knew it could? Sure. Yeah, I want you to listen to this, guys. The reason why this one tribe in all of recorded history made it rain every time they did a rain dance is because they danced until it rained. Let that one sink in for a minute. They danced until it rained. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, they danced until it rained. In network marketing, you have to dance until it rains. Don't have a 3-month, I'm going to try this for 3 months. Don't have a 12-month. Have an until. This I will do until whatever, 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month. If you adopt that attitude, this is not a network marketing thing. This is just life 101. Stop tapping out early. Just do the damn work. Put your mind to it, right? 95% of wealth is mindset and only 5% what you do. You got to make a decision, right? These people here, they're decision makers. What you're seeing here is people that have faith. They make quick decisions. They put their head down. They do the opposite of what the masters are doing. And I can promise you, they don't care what you and I think. So many of you are wrapped up in what your family thinks, what your spouse thinks, what the world thinks. These people aren't thinking. Guys, lions are not concerned with the opinions of sheep. And I don't mean that in a negative way. You just got to stop caring about what people think and start doing the damn work. All right, guys. So Jen and Sean are going to put a link in the chat here if you guys have that. And if anybody's interested in working with us, you can click on the link that they're going to give you. And we work in the mindset. Hopefully this has been of some value. Type a 1 in the chat if you get some value out of this. This is my time here today. So what I want to do is I want to bring Sean and Jen back on just to wrap up with a couple of words. And it's been my sincere pleasure and honor to work with you. And again, hopefully you guys have gotten some value out of this.
Thanks, Brian. That was great. I know I've been through this a few times, but I always learn something every time. So it's just through repetition that he's taught us. So I'd encourage each of you to watch this again, maybe later today or tomorrow. Like we said, we're going to have a recording of this, so you're welcome to watch this as much as you want. Share it with your team, get it out to folks, share it with your family. Like you said, it's not just about network marketing and young living in your business. It's also about, all areas of your life. So we're excited that you guys were able to be on here. Thank you again, Brian, for sharing this. Jen, did you have anything?
I was just going to say, do what Brian said, is go write your goal card. We have ours down. We look at it. We talk it. We speak it. We believe it. So if you don't do anything else today, go and start dreaming, write something down, and you can do it.
Yeah, this stuff works, guys. It really does.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks.